are you just saying something nice about it because it's PR? Blink twice if you need help. Do you approach these brands or are they approaching you? So I'm buying 3 bottles, I'm buying 4 bottles. I'm like, is it for giveaway? I absolutely respect when fragrance reviewers state that something is a PR product, and I'm just there with my calculator like,
oh no.
Sometimes I watch a fragrance review and I think, what do you do for a living? Almost every video is like a PR after PR after PR after my random thoughts about fragrance reviewers.
Alright, quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
3,
Down production,
2, 1, and hey Bambi, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, I will be talking about 5 random thoughts that I have had about fragrance reviewers this year. You know those things you think when you see somebody, you watch something, but nobody ever says. I'll be saying it today.
Don't be angry with me, please don't hate me.
I will be saying it today, as difficult as it is to say. If there's anything I say that you've thought, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. And if there's any random thoughts you've also thought whilst watching any of your favorite fragrance reviewers this year, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. If you're interested to hear my random thoughts about fragrance reviewers, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 1 thought, it's not in any order, but one of the thoughts I've had about fragrance reviewers this year. Sometimes I'm watching a fragrance review and I think, girl, what do you do for a living? Because most of the fragrance reviewers are like, yeah. What do you do for a living? You know those videos on TikTok where, or on Instagram, but mostly on TikTok, where somebody goes around with a camera and sees people in like really nice cars and stops them and is like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, what you do for a living?
Sometimes I watch some fragrance reviewers and I'm like, it can't just be YouTube, it can't just be social media, it can't be like, what do you do for a living? Please tell me. I might need a change of career, you know, I might need a change of program, I might need to go back to uni and take a course, take a certification. But yeah, it's one of the random thoughts I think, especially when people buy, like, you know, those hauls, especially haul videos. Haul videos are the ones that get me thinking like this. I'm like, when somebody brings up a $500 perfume and then a $1,000 perfume, I don't know, like, I just racking up and I'm just like, I'm just there with my calculator like,
oh no.
what do you do for a living? That's one of the random thoughts I've had. Number 2 random thought I have thought whilst watching a fragrance reviewer is, do you really like that perfume, or are you just under some sort of, not oath, but you know, like when a perfume is a PR product and it's sent to you and you're almost obligated to say good things about the product. So sometimes I'm watching a review, especially when it's PR. I absolutely respect when fragrance reviewers state that something is a PR product, and I'm there thinking, do you really like it, or are you just saying something nice about it because it's PR? Blink twice if you need help. I'm joking, but seriously, when it's a PR product, I'm like, do you really like it, or are you just obligated to say something nice about it? And sometimes you can tell that, you know, a fragrance reviewer is struggling to say something good, so they will say something like, it's not my style, but you know, and it's just, I'm just like, do you like it or do you not like it? But yeah, that's another random thought I have thought about when watching a fragrance review. Number 3 random thought I've had is, do you approach these brands or are they approaching you? Especially when I watch a fragrance review and almost every video is like a PR after PR after PR after PR after PR. It just gets to a point I'm just like, are you approaching the brands or are they approaching you? And to an extent I can answer this question because I have done a couple of PR unboxings on my channel, and I would say it's, you do approach some brands, and more often than not a brand approaches you. I think it's more actually brands approaching you than you approaching brands, but I think sometimes you approach brands. Don't forget that perfume, fragrance is not the biggest industries. In fact, a subset of the beauty industry, and fragrance reviewers do not necessarily have like as much of a big following as beauty influencers. So sometimes you find that brands will even rather send PR to beauty influencers who have a very large following, as opposed to like a fragrance reviewer with a smaller following, even though it's gotten better over the last 2 years. I mean, since post-COVID, where fragrance reviewers have gotten bigger and bigger and gotten more recognized, which is good. So I do think that sometimes you approach brands and sometimes brands approach you, but more often brands approach you than you approaching brands. I hope I've answered that one. Another random thought I have had whilst watching a fragrance reviewer is, why do you need a backup bottle? Again, this is maybe just me. Like, I don't really know if I've ever bought a backup bottle. Like, I think I wait for my perfumes to finish before I buy another bottle. But you sometimes hear perfume reviewers when reviewing perfumes, they're like, I've got backup bottles, or I'm buying 3 bottles, I'm buying 4 bottles. I'm like, is it for giveaway? Are you buying 4 bottles for a giveaway, or what's going on? And I think I'm confused about this one, because I know, like, as a fragrance reviewer, you've got so many perfumes, so it's even difficult to get through your perfumes. Then you're not having backup. I don't know. It's just a random thought, and this is why this video is random thoughts, I think, whilst watching fragrance reviewers, because it's just like, you know, you're sitting there, you're watching, and there are things going through your head. There's some questions that come to your mind and you're like, okay, and then you try to answer them for yourself. This one, I've never bought a backup bottle. I wait for my perfumes to finish, so this one I can't really answer why people buy backup bottles. But if you have the answer, go ahead and let us know in the comment section. The final thought I have thought whilst watching a fragrance reviewer is, do you ever get through any of your perfumes? This one I can answer as well, and I think the answer is yes. I think no matter how many perfumes a person has, you will always have your favorites. I personally do have my favorites in my collection, so no matter how many I have, there are some that I tend to reach out for more, and I tend to run out of those before I run out of others. I've talked about on this channel how much number of bottles of C by Giorgio Armani that I have gone through. You do go through some of your perfumes, not all of them, but I think you, as a fragrance reviewer, there are some bottles that you definitely get through just because they are your favorites. There you have it. Those are some of the thoughts, the random thoughts I have when I am watching fragrance reviews. If you have any more thoughts, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. Also, go ahead and do all of that stuff, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi, and bye.
I think I present my best.
By Giorgio Armani that I have gone through. Another random thought I have thought about fragrance when watching. So I don't know.
It's not that I want you here. It's not the way.